Okay, so 2000, you're 21 years old, and there was a situation around an armed robbery.
Yeah.
So explain that.
Um, I don't know. I didn't have no part to do with the armed robbery. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's the beginning of when I became a target. When I became a target for law enforcement and whatever. So they didn't really care about what really happened. We got the young member from Wu-Tang. This kid is associated with Wu-Tang. That's what it's about. It's not about the crime or anything involved with it. You know what I'm saying? So then I was just put in a situation. What do you do? And I'm like the rest of the people in my community. You get in a jam, you get in a situation. You're facing 15 years, but they're saying take 2 years. You take the 2 years. It's not about whether you're innocent or not. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the situation I was in. So I pleaded guilty to it.
Okay, because you've done the time at this point.
Yeah.
You could talk about this whole situation without any repercussions.
exactly.
And to this day, you're saying that you had nothing to do with
I
that
had nothing.
robbery.
I
And
didn't-
you took that 2 years because
Exactly.
had you gone and blown trial, you would have gotten
I'd have
15.
been sitting around for 15 years, you know what I'm saying? And that's the truth of it all, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have no reason to take anything for anybody. I had my own money, you know what I'm saying? I was all right, I was doing good, I was in movies, I was doing shows, I was performing, you know, plus RZA was my mentor. So I'd call RZA up if I needed something, you know what I'm saying? At that time, you know what I mean? So, nah, I didn't have anything to do with that.
You know, I had just interviewed Lilo Brancato Jr. He was one of the stars in The Bronx Tale.
Okay.
And basically after the movie, his whole life just went downhill. He got, addicted to drugs and everything else like that. Then he was involved in a situation where a cop gets killed. And he ends up at Rikers Island. And he said that a guy looked at him and recognized him and said, "Damn, homie, in high school you were the man, homie."
Yeah.
So here you are, you're Shyheim, everybody knows you, you have big songs, you're on stage with Tupac and Biggie, and you're part of Wu-Tang, and here you are in prison.
Yeah. A couple of times.
Yeah. So was this your first time locked up or no?
Oh, back in 2000, yeah, that was my
2000.
first time, yeah.
How do you feel in terms of like your life at this point? Like, yo, I was here and here I am having to do 2 years.
I don't know, man. It's just living life. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just living life. I was just learning. I didn't know what it was like to get, fingerprinted or, you know what I'm saying, going through that whole process. So I was just learning. I was going where they said I had to go. So it's not, it was just a learning experience at that point.
Okay. Any really bad experiences during those 2 years?
I mean, little brushes and fights and stuff like that, which is normal when you got a dorm with 60 guys. Of course, there's going to be fights over the telephone and over who gets on the phone when. And you know what I'm saying? And by this time, after having the trauma that I had, I stopped giving a fuck. So it was like, whatever. Like, that rapper kid is that rapper kid. But this is who I am and this is who I need to be because my life and my survival depends on it. So then that's when, sort of like they say, Tupac started to turn into Bishop. One of those type things.